women of the channel. I'm Jacquie Rives, your community leader, and welcome to another Woman of the Week. Joining me this week is Athina Mallis, editor for CRN Australia with the channel company. Hi, Athina. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Jackie. So good to be here.
Yes, well, I am really excited to get to know you. So, we're going to dive right in with those icebreaker questions. So, where do you live and where did you grow up if that's different?
So I live in Sydney. I've been here for 10 years now. I celebrated my 10-year Annie in May, but I grew up in Perth. So I'm from the west coast of Australia. So I moved, when I was 22. So do the math, do the math there. But I feel like Perth is still my hometown. I actually correct people. When I correct people, I tell people and they're like, oh, where do you live? Sydney. And I'm like, but I'm from Perth. So, and people are like, oh, that's
Okay,
so
so I do
nice.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I give them, and then I give them a backstory about my entire life. They're going, I just want to know where
Yeah.
you live.
Okay, see, I knew we were going to connect
Yeah.
because I do similar things. And then I look at
Yeah.
their face and I'm like, ooh, sorry, that was a lot of information.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't ask.
I love it. All right. What is a fun fact about you that you're willing to share?
Oh, a fun fact about me. I love swimming in the ocean in winter. So we
In
do ocean
winter.
swim in winter. So right now I think it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's 9 degrees in Sydney. And like this is
Okay.
the time I'd go for a swim in the morning when it's freezing cold. So I love doing it. I find it so refreshing and like it wakes and rejuvenating. I complain while I do it. So I don't go,
Okay.
wow, I'm so amazing. I'm like, this is nuts. What am I doing? But afterwards I feel so good and I feel like I have a sense of pride. Like, look at me. I've just swum in the water when it's 9 degrees outside. So that's a little fun fact about
Actually,
me.
I can understand why that would be gratifying now that you
Yeah.
say explain, because at first I was like, nope, I'll watch you from the beach.
But there's like also health benefits to it as well.
Hmm.
And it makes you feel good. Also, you just walk around all day being like, did you swim in the water this morning when it was really cold? No, you didn't. Like, you
I
just,
love that. That's amazing. We're gonna have to dig more into this later when we
yeah.
get to see each other. All right, share with me what is something that you learned that you wish you knew perhaps earlier in your career.
I think like for me, it is some things are just not that deep and you don't need to get
Mm.
really like tied up in some stuff. I think because sometimes I would take myself so seriously and everything would be serious and be like, why did that person say this or why this and that? And I don't not puff myself up, but think, oh well, I'm this and how dare you do this to me? And I'm like, you don't know what's going on the other side. Like relax, it's not that deep. Like get over it. Everyone's got their own problems, everyone's got their own issues to deal with. So it's sometimes it's not about you, it's about them.
Yeah.
I saw something, I think it was on TikTok. Like unashamedly, I'm on TikTok.
No
And it
judgment.
was yeah, and it was talking about this person got snubbed by this guy and she thought it was personal and he's like, "Oh no, my family went through really rough stuff, so it was never about you. It was about me." And I just think that as well in terms of business and working, it also sometimes it's not about you. It's about also them. Like they're not even thinking about you and your feelings are trying to hurt you. It's actually about them and their response. So sometimes I go, it's not that deep and it will all get sorted out. Like it is in the end just a job as long as you've got your health and your family. That's really what's important as well. So I think there's some of the things that I wish I could tell my younger self and shake her and be like, it's not that deep. It's okay.
Love this answer to the question. And it is so wise and definitely something I wish my younger self had known too. All right. How would you define successful leadership?
I think it is successful leadership is really if your team is doing well, then you've done
Hmm.
well. I love the idea of servant leadership because you're leading, it's not about you, it's about your team. And the minute you make it about yourself, you've got it all wrong because it is
Yeah.
about making sure that your team is successful, that the people around you are successful, that they're well looked after. I was going to say well fed and well fed as well. We've got to make sure they're eating, otherwise they get hangry and
Why not?
attack you. Yeah, and well fed. And you've got to make sure that everyone in your team is okay, that if they have an issue that you can help solve it. Like I think the whole point of being a leader is people are coming to you for that wisdom, for that
Mhm.
understanding, because you're the one leading the pack in the sense. So as if they're surviving and they're doing really well, then you're doing a great job as a leader. But the moment that your team is suffering, it will go straight back to you. So that's where you have to go, okay, what am I doing wrong, or what's not clicking here?
That's good. I like that. Points of being very self-aware
Mm,
of what is broken here and what am I contributing to that versus
yeah.
my team is not performing.
I've worked a lot of jobs, and some leaders I've just loved because they care about you. They don't care about themselves. They care about you and make sure you're okay. And they're the last person that they fix. And then I've done it on the
Mm,
other side where it's all about them and they're number one and all that. And you go, why would I want to work for you when you are so selfish and you're so self-absorbed?
yeah.
And that's just not leadership. That's not the
Yeah.
case at all.
No, I totally agree with you. This is one of my favorite ones because I always feel like I
Mm.
get a nice little tip or tool or an insight that I hadn't previously thought of. So, what do you do to protect or create that work life balance as it is for you?
Okay. I like the pressure's on now because I'm going, I got to make sure my answer is different. I think for me, it is that I have a hard stop at a certain time and I make
Mm,
sure my phone reflects that. Because I think, a phone is a fifth limb. Like it is. I mean, for some people it's not. For me, it is whatever. Like what is it? Like a young millennial or whatever, a zillennial. So like it is, you're on it, everyone's on their phone. And so for me, I make sure the notifications are switched off. I make sure I'm not uncontactable, but I don't get any of the Outlook notifications, the Teams notifications,
hmm.
because that's when you slip into that, oh, I'll just quickly reply or do this and do that. And for me, that is a slippery slope. You know, it always starts off like that. And then you end up on your phone at 9 or 10 p.m. responding because being in Sydney, my boss is based in the UK, you're based in the US. I've got people on the West Coast and the East Coast of the States that I talk to a lot. So I could be on 24
Yeah.
hours a day and talk to different people. So for me, it is that these are time, this is like the time where I can only speak to people and then I shut it off. And I try not to fixate on it and go, that's a Monday problem, or it's not that deep. Like we'll deal with that
It's not
when we
that
deal with
deep.
it. And when that person responds, because I always think like whatever's in your head is not true in the sense of, oh, they're
Hmm.
going to be mad at me, they're going to respond like this or that. And then they respond a completely different way. And I go, oh,
Yeah.
I got mad
Yeah.
for no reason. I
Uh,
got in my head for
no,
no reason.
I've totally been there. That is a good tip. That's something that I myself practice. Probably
Mm.
not as well as you're doing it. I have like an alarm that's set up every Monday through
Oh,
Friday that says quitting time. And it's kind of like a reminder to like whatever you're in the middle of, like get out, like get yourself out of that zone because it is time to stop and go
yeah.
spend time with your family and walk away. Am I good at it all the time? But I'm definitely improving.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
Every
love
day
that.
we're getting better and better. I remember
Yeah.
at one of my old jobs, I remember I was back in Perth seeing my family, and my brother just had his baby girl, and I hadn't seen her in a few months. I was so excited. And I remember I was on the computer at 7 a.m. first time, and she was on my lap. And I look back at it and I go, why was I doing that? Like,
Hmm.
I understand that it was different time zones and la la la, but I think I'm not at that job anymore. So like
Yeah.
I think about that a lot where I go, I've cut into family time and friend time for a job now that doesn't exist or that isn't that I don't work at now. And I go, what did, what was the point of that? And not in like an existential way, but I go, will this like me being on my phone and ignoring my family? Like, does, is,
For
do
something
I
that
need
you
to do
said, like
that?
you can handle
I can deal.
on Monday or the next day or
Yeah,
yes.
100%. And if we do have emergencies, which we sometimes do, especially being an editor, like the site being down or an article needs changing or whatever, like understanding
Hmm.
I do need to jump on that. That is my role. But
Sure.
if it's just, hey, can you like, what do you think about this
Yes.
idea? I go, that's a Monday problem. Like, you don't need my input
Yep.
on Friday at 9 p.m.
I could not agree with you more. It was so nice getting to know you just a little bit. I'm so excited to be able to see you in person finally and get to spend some time with you. I would say for any of our viewers who are in the Asia, Athena will be one of our speakers at Women of the Channel Asia on September 25th. So you could definitely catch her there. Uh, Thank you so much for allowing us to celebrate you as our Women of the Week and just sharing some of your insights with all of us.
Well, thank you. This is so much fun. I probably went over time and talked too much, but you know what? It's who I am. Whatever. I had
I
fun.
love
This is
it.
great.
All right, community members, please comment and definitely give Athena your high fives and your tips and insights because this is how we grow together and continue the conversation. So until next time, have an amazing week.